Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. Love to hear from you. We've got a phone number up there you can call. We also have an email address, which is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. Somebody wanted to know what time is the Old Leaksville, that's old with an E, Old Leaksville. I think they still put an E in Old Leaksville, don't they? Have to check on that. But I'm not answering the question, am I? Somebody wanted to know what time the Old Leaksville Christmas Parade is on this Saturday, and it starts at 6 p.m. 6 o'clock is the time. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
And good evening to you.
I'd like to remind Mr. Mark Amayadan and you,
Mm-hmm.
the Masked Singer,
Mm-hmm.
January the 7th,
Mm-hmm. That's
at 8 p.m. on your local Fox station. It will be a 2-hour premiere.
and that is, I believe that is 4 weeks from tonight, is it not?
Yes, sir.
2 hour premiere. Were they doing anything new and different this year?
All I know, it is a 2-hour premiere this time.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll all make a note of that and look forward to. Do you remember who won last year?
No, sir, I don't.
Well,
I'm lost.
don't be embarrassed. I saw a survey. They do surveys on everything now. There's nothing they don't do surveys on. I saw a survey where they asked people if they remember who won The Masked Singer last year. Well, first they asked them if they watched The Masked Singer. And of all the people who watched The Masked Singer, only 19% remembered who won last year. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Want me to remind you who it was?
Yes, sir, please.
It was won by Gretchen Wilson.
So what was her costume?
I don't know. Well, that's another question they could ask too. What was their? I don't know what her costume was, but I did remember. I would be among the 19% who remembered that she won last year, but I don't remember what her costume was. Parking meter, maybe.
Well, well, I spent an hour and a half shredding paper today.
An hour and a half shredding paper. Are those your fraudulent financial records?
No.
What's all that?
It was things I wanted to get rid of.
All right. Well, that could be fraudulent financial records, couldn't it?
Well, my lawyers advised me of getting rid of the crap.
Again, fraudulent financial records.
Well, you won't. They won't be able to put them back together because they're little tiny squares, not the long. I didn't use. I got two settings: the square and the long shred. So I used the square.
Okay, well, that's what people use for fraudulent financial records.
No comment.
An hour and a half. How much paper was? How many sheets of paper was that?
I don't know. I just started shredding.
Okay, well, good for you. It's good to cover your tracks. I mean, there are certain things in life that you don't want a paper trail out there. So good. You took care of that.
Oh, yeah. After we spoke yesterday, excuse me, I got allergies tonight.
Wow. Sorry.
So my woman from the Philippines called.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a long discussion.
Did you discuss anything that you'd care to mention?
That's classified.
So you wouldn't care to mention it?
No, it's classified. Not even the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, ICE, the KGB, or MI6 can know about this.
Interpol might have it.
No, they don't. I guarantee you they don't have it.
Did you shred the transcript?
I took it off the server.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever it was, I hope the conclusion came to a productive and successful end.
Oh yeah, we had a lovely little chat. I mentioned Chucky Chicken again.
Uh-oh. How'd she take that?
She gave me that, the look that a woman gives you, like, why did you bring this up? Or
Yeah,
what
it's
do you think?
pretty much. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
pretty much the only look I get from women.
Well, that look like, if you said something wrong, did I mention, could you talk about it again?
Hmm. So that was the end of that, I guess.
Yeah, the second question was the end of it. So I wanted to really do it.
Well, I think you got to give up Chucky Chicken, to tell you the truth. I believe that ship has sailed without you.
She sunk the ship.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wouldn't bring that up again.
No, not to her.
Good.
Because
Good
it was,
choice.
yeah. What's the old saying? A happy girlfriend is a happy boyfriend.
I don't think that's exactly it, but that's kind of in the ballpark. It's
Well,
close.
we're not married yet. Like the old saying, a happy wife is a happy husband. True.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. So you've been on that moped? I mean, it's mighty cold outside. Do you ride it this time of year?
No, I haven't got it back yet. They are still trying to find some parts for it. They got to go get a kit for it to get it running again.
Oh, why is it so hard to find parts?
Well, they got to get a kit, and right now I am busy paying utility bills and other stuff, but they're going to hold on to it until I get the money up and pay for it. And when I do get it back, I am going to terrorize your neighborhood, sir.
Well, we would expect nothing less. So we'll look forward to that.
Oh, yes, sir, and all that. But as soon as I get some things straight, I got to have a meeting with my other friend because we're behind in meetings right now.
All right. Well, I'm not even going to ask whether that is in any way connected with all the papers that you had to shred today, because I probably wouldn't
No.
get an honest answer to that question. So I'll just save it. And thank you for calling.
Bye, sir.
Take care. Okay, hour and a half of shredding today. We can only imagine what was involved in that, and we will imagine what might have been involved in that. Phone line is open. There's a number up there. You can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. That's the email address. And what was I saying before? Oh, yes, the Old Leaksville Parade is at 6 p.m. this Saturday. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Yeah, Charles didn't tell you the truth about what he was burning today. I heard he was burning all his franchise contracts for Chucky Chicken, but I think that's the gist of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think he may as well. It's pretty clear that Chucky Chicken is not going to fly in the Philippines.
Not at all. It don't sound like it does not. Neither that or his wrestling belt either. I think it's pretty much going to stay in the States. But
no Undertaker belt either. That's how it looks.
not at all. Ken, did you see those two miracles that happened in Florida yesterday?
I saw that a Democrat was elected mayor of Miami for the first time since 1997. I saw that.
Yep.
Oh, is there something? What did I miss?
Well, that was one of them for sure. The second one was I saw this video where this good-sized plane was coming down the road in Florida, dual-lane highway, both directions, and a plane landed on top of a car driving down that road, and no one was seriously injured. Nobody in the plane or nobody in the car.
All right.
Can you believe that?
No, I didn't see that. Now let's get this again. A car was driving on the highway, and an airplane landed on the car. Did I hear that right?
Yep. That's correct. Yeah, I mean, landed right on the very top of it, and
And stayed
I don't know.
there.
Yeah, until the car stopped, and they said the driver had not even serious injuries, had some minor injuries, but nobody on the plane, the pilots or the passengers or anybody, got hurt at all.
So I take this was a small plane, right?
No, it was a decent sized plane, Ken. It wasn't a really big passenger plane, but it wasn't a real like a Piper or something like that. It was a larger plane than that, you know. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up. I guess there's video of that. Is there video of that somewhere?
I saw it on the news today, and the reason they said nobody was seriously injured was because there was no explosion or no fire. I mean, the car just somehow, the driver just, controlled the vehicle to where it didn't hit anything else or whatever. It just slowly but surely pulled over on the road and stopped the side of it.
All right.
But I thought that was totally amazing,
Yeah, I'd say amazing would certainly be one word for that. So you didn't see a picture of it, though?
No, I saw the actual video of the plane landing on the car.
There is video of it. So the plane's all the plane's wheels on top of the car?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep.
It's crazy.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And if that wasn't a miracle, what was?
No, I've never heard of anything like that. I'm going to have to find that video.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So I take it the plane was in an emergency situation.
I assume. Yeah. They said in some states it's not illegal for planes to land on highways. I don't know what states they would be, but I guess it should be the last resort. What do you got to lose?
Well, if the plane is going down, no matter what, and a highway is the only place to put it, then, like you say, what are you going to do? But to land it on a car,
right, a moving car,
keep it on the roof of the car until the car pulls over and stops. That's beyond anything that I would have imagined would happen.
Yep, me too. That's the reason I'm talking about it tonight, because I've never even heard of it happening without an explosion or at least a death or serious injury. But everybody was fine about it.
Now, I remember a time, I'm not sure exactly how long ago this was probably 20 years ago or thereabouts. An airplane in an emergency landed on Wendover Avenue in Greensboro, on one of those straight stretches of Wendover. The plane was going down, so he had to put it somewhere, and there was Wendover Avenue, so that's where he put it. But he was fortunate it was not a time of day when there was a lot of traffic. When the plane landed, there were cars out there, but all the cars were far enough away that they were able to stop without hitting it. So I've heard of planes landing on streets like that, but on a car, never heard of that.
Yeah, me neither until today, Ken. I mean, in the military, some of the pilots we flew with in helicopters, I mean, they did some amazing stuff, trust me, And after it was all over with, after you got done, being scared about what really happened after it sunk in, you say, well, how did this happen? But, strange things happen in the air sometimes, but it's just weird.
Well, you do what you have to do in a situation like that. Training takes over, especially a military pilot. Training kicks in and they get it done. But it's still amazing.
It is. Kid, I'm going to close with this. I was talking to Mr. Liberal last night, and he wanted me to invite you, JJ from Danville, ETJ, Mr. Liberal, and myself to meet at Sirloin House one day and eat lunch or breakfast or whatever's convenient for y'all. So, if anybody's hearing this tonight, maybe they can give us a yay or nay and we can set a date for it.
Okay, so that sounds like a pretty exclusive guest list there. What if somebody else wants to show up?
Well, I can't answer for them. We're calling it the Gang of Five, so we're going to go with that for now.
All right. Well, then the invitation's out there. When you decide when that's going to be, call back and we will let it be known.
Okie doke. All right, Ken. Thanks for taking my call and have a great evening.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open right now. There's a number up there. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you either by phone or by email, whichever works best for you. Excuse me. And an email. Well, I put my phone on the other side. I keep looking in the wrong place for my phone. Here it is. An email today about property taxes. You know, people discuss their property taxes from time to time, especially around here, especially after that last valuation. Emailer says, Ken, I will answer the phone first, and then we'll find out what the emailer said. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Ken. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, you know, I missed that last dinner. I'm not going to miss this one. I appreciate them offering me the dinner.
Oh, you got somebody? People are getting free dinners?
Soon you talk about he just invited JJ from Danville.
Yeah, you were on the list.
Yes, there you go.
So people
There you
are
go.
getting dinners, and I didn't even know about it. I think he also said, I don't know if you heard this part, but I believe they also said that it's your turn to buy.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure he mentioned that.
I'm going to be like Charles. I'm going to have to take a rain check.
All right, well you do what you think you need to do about that.
Hey, look, you know, he's not calling you in. He's not calling you because, look, I looked at Popcorn Southern. Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, the moonshiner.
That's right. Did you ever do any research on it?
No, I didn't. Mr. Draper sent me a link, but I haven't had a chance yet to look it up. What did you learn?
Yeah, I Googled him right there, and he got some videos of Popcorn. Yeah,
Really?
got videos of him driving this old T-model car up in the mountain. And this guy, this is a news reporter. They're doing a report on him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about 3 or 4, maybe more than that, videos of him. And he be talking in the videos and whatnot. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
He be sitting there beside the old big steel that he makes. He was telling you that how he's making the moonshine. Oh, he'd be telling you how he'd be making the moonshine. He said if he drinks a certain part of it when he's making it, he'd be curled up over there in the bushes somewhere just by taking it.
Yeah, well, I've never had any, but I'm told it can put you in the bushes.
You're a lucky man, Ken. You're a lucky man. Yeah.
No, never had the pleasure. Now, was that in Franklin County? Is that where it was?
Up in Appalachian?
In Appalachian
County? Right.
I don't know Appalachian County.
I believe that's where I got it from, Ken.
Well, somewhere in southwestern Virginia.
Yeah, I thought I heard you say that, Appalachian County, up in Appalachia, something like that. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. I was watching this like many videos of him. If you get a chance, maybe you should check him out right there. That old man, he been in jail. They busted him plenty of times, and he been in jail for moonshine. He go right back to doing it again.
Wow.
And Ken, he was sitting up there. He was smoking cigarettes the whole time he doing this video. The whole time he doing it, he got a cigarette in his hand. He never stopped smoking. The whole time he take one cigarette and light another one when he finishes. Put that. And he chain smoking right behind.
I guess that's what you call a chain smoker.
That's what he was. Ken, it's very. Where I started watching it right before I called you. And then I was watching it that night the first time I called you about it.
I wonder, did he say, or did he know, or mention how it came to be called moonshine?
How it got to be? Look, Ian, you know, he had a steel. He was a moonshiner. He was a steel. Yeah, he made moonshine.
Right, but why do they call it moonshine?
Oh, they call it liquor moonshine. Well,
but
because
why?
so I guess they made it during the nighttime when the moon shining. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, yeah. When the moon shining, that's what they had there in the night. Well, that's what I get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
makes sense.
anyway, yeah, the moon. Well, they did the runs at night too. Moonshine. Yeah, they did the runs at night. You look, Wendell Scott did it too. I live right over here next to where Wendell Scott is, right here, and he used to haul moonshine.
Well, a whole lot of
Back in the day.
those old time race drivers started that way.
Exactly right. Yeah, they could drive on them old dirt roads right there like nobody's business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where they
So
got the
yeah, they
skills.
started that. Yeah. But Ken, I'm gonna let somebody else get ready to call in, and I don't know, Ken. I believe I heard somebody say something about that they was buying. That's why I said I would be there this time. Yeah.
All
I don't
right.
know. I might
Well,
have misunderstood that now.
whoever they mentioned, it wasn't me.
Okay, Ken. You have a good night now. You have a blessed one. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open. There's the number up there, and the email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. The emailer had said, Ken, I heard that the North Carolina General Assembly is passing some new laws about property taxes. Are they doing anything that I can expect to lower my outrageous? And he had the word outrageous is in all capital letters. My outrageous property tax given to me by the Rockingham County Commissioners. Maybe, maybe not. The General Assembly is considering or talking about or commenting on a couple of bills related to the property tax. Who knows if any of them will ever become law? There is one bill in the General Assembly that would expand the homestead exemption. That's an exemption that is available to people 65 and older, and it allows you to exempt a portion of the value of your property from the property tax. And right now, I think the cutoff is $25,000 of value you can exempt. This bill, which is currently in the North Carolina House, would expand that to $50,000, which would, if you qualify for that, that could significantly lower your property tax. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Marion.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
Doing okay. Thank you.
That's good. I want to thank Charles McDaniel for reminding me about Mass Singer January 7th.
Okay. Yep. January 7th. Write it down.
Yeah. And
do you remember? Do you remember what costume the winner? What was the winner's costume last year?
I don't know. I know it's like the rock man, the one that looked like the animal of Muppet was on there. I remember him, but I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the other one.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't remember either. I'll look it up. Now, what else were you going to tell us?
Oh, I called Charles Rourke today and told him that Charles McDaniel will be proud of me today because I went to Bojangles and Marion.
Oh, did you? What'd you have?
I had three chicken legs, large fry, and dirty rice.
Sounds good. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then my mom, she's working at Checkers Grill and Grocery tonight, and she had a birthday this week.
Oh, well, happy birthday to her.
Yeah, but she's working at night. Well, she had to work all day today.
I hope hope she gets a lot of generous tips tonight.
Oh, okay. But did you get that video that I sent you of Gene Simmons at the Capitol Hill?
I did. I got it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're trying to get rights and get royalties on the radio or something.
Yeah, that's kind of an eternal battle between recording artists and record labels and publishers. the recording artist always gets the short end of the stick on those things, and Kiss is trying to even it out, and I wish him luck.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks again.
Well, thanks for calling, Mark. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open. That's the phone number that you can call. The email address is kennickleslive@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either by phone or by email. Have another email. Oops. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Did you hear?
I did.
And they and rescue.
Right.
What is that?
Well, it wasn't anything much out of the ordinary. It was your standard kind of a GPS receiver. It runs on a satellite network rather than cell phone towers, which is why it would work where there was no cell phone service, and he sent out an SOS.
And then they
Yeah, they had a general idea of where he was, pretty good idea of where he was, but they flew a drone up the canyon there and found out exactly where he was, and then they went and got him. Oh, I guess it is, but serious hikers like that, they like to start early in the day, and in this case, he started real early in the day. It was still dark, started before sunup, and it's kind of risky to do things like that. But in his favor, he did have the wherewithal and the presence of mind to take that GPS thing with him, thank goodness. Oh, not a fortune. $300, $350. Not a whole lot.
serve it.
Well, it's obviously worth having for him. He's alive.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for calling.
No, wait.
Wait. Well, it depends on what you mean by around here. Certainly, if you go to the mountains, you'll find a whole lot of places like that. Okay, thanks for calling. I was talking about a man in Utah who was hiking in, I think it was the Arches National Park is where he was, and got his leg caught in quicksand and couldn't get out. And he had that satellite GPS messenger, and he was able to send out an SOS on that. And as a result of that, they got him. But he was in there for 4 hours, stuck in the quicksand for 4 hours, and it was cold enough. It was about 21 degrees during the 4 hours that he was in there. They got him, his leg, apparently he's okay. His leg, they said, was pretty numb, and when they first pulled him out, had a lot of trouble walking on it, which is not too surprising. But they got him out, and he went home, and at last report, it seems like he's doing okay. But lucky for him that he had that satellite GPS messenger. Very well, maybe not lucky, maybe smart of him that he had that messenger. The other thing about the property taxes, there's one other bill that I had written it down here in the great book, but then I turned the page in the great book, and now it's not in front of me anymore. But anyway, the main bill they're pushing in the General Assembly would extend the homestead exemption. It would double the value of the homestead exemption and would lower a lot of people's property taxes. Oh, there's one other thing they're doing, and I don't know exactly how they would do it. I don't know if they will do it, but they're talking about doing it. They would try to even out as much as they can the property tax rates among counties. Because right now some counties have higher property tax rates, particularly be counties with high populations and a lot of businesses and things paying property taxes. A lot of the rural counties have lower tax rates, and they're going broke because they're not getting enough revenue to pay for the services they need to provide. Anyway, the other bill in the General Assembly would in some way presumably address that and try to bring some relief to the counties who are short on revenue. But the one you really care about, the one I really care about, would give us more of a benefit from the homestead exemption. So we'll stay tuned and see how that one works out in Raleigh. You just never know. Other thing that happened in Raleigh today, Governor Stein restored the Medicaid cuts. A few weeks ago, they cut Medicaid reimbursements to physicians to try and keep the state from running out of Medicaid money this year. But that was not popular. So the governor today restored those cuts. And when he restored those cuts, he said, okay, we're restoring the cuts, but that means Medicaid in North Carolina is going to run out of money before the end of the fiscal year. So, you get something and you give something back. So that happened today in Raleigh as well, and the governor is saying that somebody, in this case, the somebody would be the General Assembly, because nobody else can do it, that somebody is going to have to deal with the fact that Medicaid will be out of money in a little while with those cuts having been restored. This emailer says, Ken, is Reidsville still playing in the football playoffs? Well, yes. Reidsville is still playing in the football playoffs. In fact, Reidsville's next game is for the state championship. The Rams have won the Eastern North Carolina Championship, and the next game will be against Brevard. And I think that's coming up this weekend. The Rams play Brevard in where? At Lenore, I think it's at Lenore-Rhine College, the state 4A championship. Reidsville will be playing for that, hoping to win yet another one. And Reidsville has won plenty already, but you always want one more. And so the Rams will be going for that this weekend when they play Brevard for that state championship, and we wish them the best of luck. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark Medley again. I've got, I'm in the call back. But the answer to your question is, I think it was called the Pearl on Matt Singer.
That's right. The winner they were the Pearl. That's exactly right, Mark. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for reminding me of that. It was the Pearl. Thanks to Mark from Mayodan for that excellent research. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
You remember when I told you just 2 nights ago?
What did you tell me?
Laziness. People lazy. You're talking about last night you couldn't get your handrails fixed on your front steps.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
because people are too lazy to do the work.
But now we did find a guy, though, who said he's going to do that work for me.
Well, you might have found one, and we'll wait and see if he ever shows up.
Okay.
It's laziness.
All right.
Why do you think we elect such people to public office as we elect Mao?
I don't know.
Lazy. People are too lazy. They have some politician comes along, politician tells some cockety bull story about they gonna do this and they done that. People are too lazy to go behind them and see if they're telling the truth. They just believe it. Believe what they say. They go on this FaceX or whatever they call it, and they think they get news. They ain't getting nothing from lazy people who don't know what they're talking about. They're just fools.
Well, now I'm not going to apply that word to anybody. Thank you for calling. I'm not going to apply that word to anybody. I would acknowledge that we could be a little more energetic in fact-checking our politicians, but we don't, sometimes we don't seem to do a very good job of that. As far as the guy who said he's going to fix my handrail on my front steps out there, I think he'll do it. I think he'll show up. So we'll see. We'll see. Thanks for calling. Phone line is open. There's the phone number that you can call. The email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. And let's go back to the phone here. Hang on, caller. Hang on, caller. I'm trying to get in control of my situation. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, kid, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Early Bird. How are you today?
Oh, I'm just hanging in there,
Well, that's what we're all doing.
Well, let me ask you something. What's going on with Little Caesars up there? They ain't been open in 3 months.
I don't know. I didn't know they'd been closed for 3 months.
Well, I've been calling for, I know, a couple of months, but I rode up there and checked it out. They got a sign up there like on the land says for lease.
Okay, well, this is on 14.
Yeah, right on 14.
Well, if they got a sign that says for lease, that doesn't look good. It sounds to me
No,
like
it
they're
don't.
closed.
They had good pizza and a real good price.
Well, yeah, Little Caesars I've always liked Little Caesars. I did
I have too.
I didn't know.
I have too.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I always hated when any business closes down.
I do. They put that in the paper or something, or tells, maybe in the Eden Journal, say something, write something about it, but they didn't.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I guess you're going to have to go to your second choice for pizza now.
Yeah, well, I like them all. I mean, King's is about the best, but I really like Pizza Hut too.
Yeah, they're
King's
all
is
good.
the best. Their pizza's pizza.
Yeah, they all got their own way of doing it, and they're all good. Yeah. Have you ever been to Elizabeth's?
Yeah, they got good pizza too.
And Stella's. Stella's is good
too. I hadn't ate up Stella's in a long time.
I guess, I just like pizza. It's hard for me to think of anybody's pizza that I don't like.
Yeah, I hadn't ate up there. I even thought about that, Stella's.
Well, I'm sorry.
Up there. They get good. Their food was good. I mean, when I eat up there.
I'm sorry about Little Caesars.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought maybe you might have heard something, know something. Or,
no.
But that's what I was going to ask you the other day, and I couldn't think. I said I got something I wanted to tell you.
Well, I don't know, but when they got a for lease sign on the door, that's not good.
Have you heard anything from Mr. Draper?
Oh yeah, I've heard from Mr. Draper. In fact, Mr. Draper sent me a picture the other night of the snow at his yard. I was talking about how little snow I had here. He sent me a picture. He had it looked like Alaska over there in his yard.
He's got yes sir. It looks pretty over there when it snows over there where he's at.
How much did you get?
I got it. It covered the ground and covered the top of my building.
I didn't get that.
No.
I didn't get anything like that.
You didn't get much?
That's crazy. I mean, just a few miles apart, that it could have been that much different.
Yeah.
And I had plenty of snow fall. I mean, it snowed for hours and hours.
Did it cover your ground?
It about halfway covered my yard. Didn't cover my whole yard, just about halfway. It just didn't accumulate for whatever reason.
Well, I'm glad to see it come and go like that to you, too.
Well, that's you and me are the same. I enjoy snow. I enjoy watching it fall, and then I want it to go away. I just don't want it to stay there.
Yes, and I'd rather have snow any day than ice.
Oh gosh, yes, man. Freezing rain is the thing I dread the most because it freezes on the wires, and that freezing rain is bad.
I meant to tell you when the Masked Singer was coming on. I think it's in
It's
February or
it
something.
is
Ain't it?
January
Or
7th. Somebody already called in
January
tonight.
something.
January
Okay,
7th.
yeah, 'cause I saw it on TV, and I couldn't think. I figured maybe somebody called in, like you could tell me.
Yep,
But
7th of
anyway,
January.
I'll let you go. Somebody called in, Ken. I just thought I'd holler at you about that Little Caesars, but I don't know what's going on. You don't know nothing no day. These days, you don't get a paper. So the
Yeah.
Greensboro paper, and it's about $4 or $5. It ain't an inch thick.
Yeah, it's kind of fading away too. There's not all that much
Yeah,
to it
yeah.
anymore.
Well, that's what them phones done, boys.
Yep, that's
Everything
exactly
on the
right.
phone.
That's what they
Yep,
did for us.
that's what money will do.
Yep,
Money can change the world.
and it will.
Yes, sirree.
Well, thanks.
And I'll talk to you later, my friend.
All right, thank you. Take care. That's bad about Little Caesars. I didn't know that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, you may have addressed. You
They are suing over what do they call the things? Charters. Yep. They're suing over charters. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but a charter is something that a team buys. Once a team buys a charter, then they are guaranteed a spot in the race. But they're arguing about things like what is the cost of a charter, how come some people have an easy time getting a charter and some other people have a harder time getting a charter, and why there's a limited number of charters available. All of that is involved in the suit in one way or another. It's really complicated.
millions, right?
Yes, it can cost a bunch.
You can imagine you can make 30.
Well, that's one of the things they're arguing about. Now, to the Michael Jordan's team, 23XI, obviously it's a well-supported team, but even Michael Jordan's team doesn't have the kind of money that, say, the Hendricks have or the Joe Gibbs cars have. And the medium-sized, the smaller teams and the medium-sized, and I would call 23XI, I guess, a medium-sized teams, they think the whole system puts them at an unfair disadvantage, and they might be right.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Don't have any family. That's
No, I believe that was confiscated by the courts. As far as I know, that was confiscated by the courts and probably disposed of, and the money gone into the court system is what I would guess. I don't know that for a fact, but I doubt that he left it to anybody. And
he could buy several charters.
Oh, he could buy NASCAR with that kind of money. I mean, obviously the man had a fortune, but I believe that was confiscated mostly.
Okay. You don't know he made his fortune, do you?
He was.
I mean, I never heard of.
He was an entrepreneur. I think he managed some investment funds. The kind of thing where you don't really do anything, you just handle a lot. You make money handling money, is what it comes down to. I don't think he ever made anything.
One other short question. And I told it was two. Luke,
Gosh. Well,
she said it's no such thing.
Well, it seems to me it was in Luke and Matthew, wasn't it? I don't. I wish my wife was up here. My wife would know. I guarantee my wife could tell us, answer every question, but she doesn't come around me during this show.
Well, maybe you can ask her tomorrow. Show Monday.
Well, I will, and there may be somebody listening right now who can answer that question. But I kind of think that you were correct. I believe.
I am, because I'm. But I
Well,
can't convince her that I can show her in the Bible.
well, somebody who's smarter than me, I mean, maybe smarter than both of us. Well, not smarter than you because you know, but somebody who knows more than me maybe will give us a call and help us with that. Oh, he'd know, yeah.
Thanks for your time, Ken. Talking to you.
Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Better check the old clock here. We have just a few minutes left for your phone calls and emails on this edition of Star Talk. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Ken. It's Ralph. How you doing?
Good, Ralph. How are you?
I can property tax a while ago,
Yeah.
and you know,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna hang up my voice to you.
Okay.
Working back a company over there
Yeah.
in Regional.
Yeah.
Who got the taxes on that? Who's paying it? Whatever.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ralph. I appreciate your call. The old American Tobacco Company in Reedsville. I don't know who owns that. Well, Commonwealth Brands owned part of it for a while, and there's another company in there in part of it, but they don't occupy the entire thing. And I don't know. I need to look that up. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. Briscoe from Huntsville.
Hey, Briscoe.
One of your earlier callers talking about his personal documents.
Yes.
I do the same thing, but I'd like to encourage him not to put the shredded paper in a recycling bin to be picked up. What I do when I empty my shredder, good rain, it does a fairly good.
Shredded paper does that.
Yes.
Huh. Well, I've never heard of anybody doing that before, Briscoe. Did you come up with that idea?
Yes, I did, and I asked the teacher in the school system if it would harm the ground. He said no, it might not help it, but it won't hurt it.
Well, that's interesting. So you just spread it out there and let the rain do the rest. The rain dissolves it.
That's correct. They specifically do not want it put in a recycling container to be hauled off.
How long have you been doing that, Briscoe?
A year or two.
How's your grass look back there?
Well, it looks pretty decent after we use off of it.
Okay. Oh, well, interesting idea, Briscoe. Thank you.
It's better wherever they go with recycled materials.
Absolutely. Just let it dissolve and go back to nature.
That's correct.
Well,
thank you for taking my call.
Thanks, Briscoe. I appreciate it. I got a couple of things I need to look up, and I got to write them down because I'll forget if I don't. I need to find out who owns, unless somebody can tell me right now, who owns the old American tobacco plant, who owns all that building and all that property where my daddy worked for 43 years. Find out about that. And then the Gospels of Jesus. Need to check on that one too. Let's see, we might have time. phone's ringing, but I can't make it. Okay, here we might think we'll have time for one more call here. Here we go. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Okay. What? Something strange happening with the phone. Oh well. I don't much have time to fix that now. I'm sorry, caller. We've had a technical issue, but we're just about out of time. So whatever your call is about, save that and give us a call back next week, because we're just about out of time for this edition of Star Talk. Do have one more email that we can read, and here it is. Ken, Reidsville is playing Brevard for the state 4A championship. Yeah, I think that's what we said. Reidsville is playing Brevard for the state 4A championship this weekend. It would believe be Reidsville's 28th state championship. They have won in 2A and 3A and 4A, but it is the 4A championship they're playing for this week. I believe you said 3A, but it's actually 4A that Reidsville is playing for. Did I say 3A? If I said 3A, I was mistaken. It is the 4A championship that Reidsville's playing for. Oh, and I need to mention these again, because people scold me if I don't remind you of these things. Our next stew coming up February 7th at the Sandy Ridge Community Building, $7 a quart. You can call 336-871-3821 for more information. And don't forget free chicken and dumplings at the Mayodan Boy Scout hut for everybody, to thank everybody for their support of the Mayodan Boy Scouts. That is on December 20th. And you can find out more about that by calling 336-949-4248. And that's all the time we've got. Star Talk is on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Eccles.